Joining us today on the podcast, new Dolphins cornerback Kendall Fuller. Kendall, welcome to South Florida, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So, born in Maryland,
Yep.
college in Virginia, pro career starts in KC, then back to the DMV.
Mm-hmm.
How nice is it to step off that plane into some really peaceful, nice March sunny weather?
Yeah, it's been fun. I'm enjoying it. I train out here quite a bit in the off season, so it's somewhere that I was actually familiar with. It was funny because when I signed, Chris, he kind of just asked me when I can come to Miami, and I said I'm actually coming out there this week to start training. So it worked out perfectly. Now I can just stay out here, just get to know the city a little bit more, start getting to know teammates. So I'm excited.
Not a bad place to train. Not a bad place to play golf either.
Exactly.
I saw your first interaction with Jordan Poyer was when we can get on the course. There's some competition going on there?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I love playing golf. He's a good friend with one of my teammates when I was back in Washington, so I've been able to get out there with him. So, you know, a lot of golfers, whenever you know somebody, that's the first thing you go to.
That's right.
And it'll just be fun just to get to know your teammates more and things like that.
If you ever come back here, it's going to most likely be golf talk in this room behind me right here,
I
just
love
so you
it.
know.
I'll
So
probably be walking in with golf.
Tournaments on the TVs as well. Watched the players last week. So it's all golf all the time. Let's talk about some football here, though, because you began your career playing mostly in the slot.
Mm-hmm.
You go to Washington, play primarily on the outside. I'm curious, how did your experience of playing the nickel inside help you see the field better from the boundary and from the field?
I mean, I think I just had a better understanding of the game. A lot of times at corner, especially when you're young, you just want to play man. You don't want to think about a lot. You don't want to have to see a lot. But being able to get there in the nickel and just understand really what everyone is doing. At nickel, you got to work with the corner, work with the safety, work with the middle linebacker. You're blitzing a lot more, so you got to work with defensive ends and things like that. So you kind of learn what everybody is doing, and I think that's something that helped me because I just was able to learn more football when I got in. So it's been helping me tremendously, even playing on the outside.
Teaches you every aspect of what goes into playing the whole defense, kind of?
100%. And my biggest thing is I like to know where my help is. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I like to know what everybody on the field is doing. So if I'm only knowing what my position is, that can kind of limit me as a player instead of working with the other guys and figuring out, okay, my safety is going to play these routes. I can only really focus and worry about these two specific routes. So just little things, just little understandings that help you on the field.
So you're one of the few guys we have now that can do that. Javon Holland can play all over the field, play the post, play the box, play some nickel as well. Jaylen Ramsey, you put him on a football field, he can play anywhere pretty much.
Yeah.
What is having so many guys that can do that can be so multiple? How can that help a defense?
I mean, you can just give an offense so many different looks. So many offenses nowadays, they try to dictate to the defense, and anytime as a defense, you can dictate to the offense by moving guys around, even just in terms of disguises to where quarterbacks have to think twice. That can give an extra second for the rush to get there. So just having guys, and it's more fun. You know, players love moving around, doing different things and things like that. So it'll be fun to just get everybody out there on the field.
Speaking of fun, how much fun is it going to be having Jaylen Ramsey on the other side of you? I mean, this is a guy that from the first game down here, a big pick. He'd have forced fumble in the first game with the Miami Dolphins. What does playing alongside one of the top corners in the NFL help? How does that help your game?
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I got his number, shot him a text because we played in the Army All-American Bowl together. So just, you know, seeing what he's done over his career to be one of the best corners in the NFL for so many years. That's not an easy thing to do. To be able to play 9 years in the NFL at that high of a level isn't easy. So I definitely have a lot of respect for him, and been fun just to we came out of high school together, top recruit, seeing what he was able to do at Florida State. So it's been fun to watch him. It's going to be fun to suit up with him.
That's cool. I didn't know you guys go back that far. You also get to come to practice every day and see a couple of guys on the other side of the field that are pretty good too. Your reaction when I tell you get to go up against Tyreek Hill and Jaylen Waddle in practice every day is?
I'm glad I don't have to face them in games anymore.
That's right.
That's my first thought. But I played with Tyreek in Kansas City, and just the competitor that he is and just that competitive nature that you'll be able to go out there on the field and have. So that'll be fun, just competing in practice, just those battles, learning from each other and things like that. So when I think of him, the first word I think of is just fun.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't have an off switch, man. We watched him his first year in practice out here. He was running gasser, like fly routes, all practice, all camp long.
I would tell people he would literally be in the locker room in Kansas City playing basketball, 2 minutes left, go throw his cleats on, go out to practice, running around, come right back in, pick up the basketball as soon as practice is over. So he's he's a big little kid.
Yeah, that's right.
Those are the type of guys you like to be around.
Yeah, he's got energy like my 4-year-old does, man. It
Literally.
never turns off. So you guys won a championship together in Kansas City, obviously. He had the big play that got you guys in scoring range for the game-winning drive, but you had the game-sealing pick. I'm curious what that moment was like for you, because not many people in this world get to experience a championship-sealing moment. What was that moment like for you?
It was fun, man. Just to be a part of a team, organization to win a Super Bowl, it was definitely fun. Something that you definitely don't take for granted. You know, a lot of guys play in this league and try to get to that level and win that Super Bowl, and it's not something that always comes around. So I was definitely appreciative, and once you win one, you definitely want to get back. So I'm excited, for our opportunity here to get back.
Do you feel like there's a bit of an added incentive to this team trying to get over the hump? Because 2 playoff trips the last 2 years haven't gotten over the hump with a playoff win. Is that kind of a challenge you take on personally in terms of getting this team over that hump?
I mean, yeah, that's always big picture. But at the end of the day, you take it one day at a time, do the small things first, and trust and know that that'll get you there. So I'm excited really just to come in, meet the guys, start putting in the work and things like that. But ultimately, I know that's the end goal for sure.
For sure. Last question for you. What's the best club in your bag?
Best club
Put
in
you
my
on the spot,
bag.
man.
I know. Honestly, right now I'm gonna go with my driver.
Good. That's a good one to have.
That's a good one to have.
Especially down here because, all the water
All the
around
water,
here, man. You got to avoid that.
100%.
Stay in the fairway, you'll be all right.
Exactly.
Your Dolphins cornerback, Kendall Fuller. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you. No problem.
Thank you.